It's been a truly wonderful experience to have worked in a setup where they've actually gone beyond thinking what most of us have been doing all our lives in this film industry. And I really appreciate the fact that you're moving a little ahead of times and making us a part of that and making us work in conditions that we never ever thought we would be able to work in. When Nagi came and explained to me the idea, for a long time after he left, I was thinking, what the hell has Nagi been drinking? To think of something like this, it was absolutely something outrageous. And with some of the visuals that you've seen just now, it's just unbelievable to have somebody conceive a project which is so futuristic and so possible. And during the making of the film, you realize that no matter what he thought of, he actually got all the material, all the effects, every kind of vision that he had. And that really has been an amazing experience. For me to be just a part of it has been an experience I'll never forget.
My boss, my mentor was one such man. He looked like a government official. I thought first thing, if he enters any house, you'll think it's an income tax rate. But I've seen what he was capable of from the kind of films he did. I think Ek Duje Ke Liye was his 60th or 70th film. So I was not surprised. I don't underestimate these ordinary looking guys. Amitji, I always wanted to play bad man because the bad man gets to do all the good things. Where the heroes are singing romantic songs and waiting for the heroine, where he can just go ahead and do what he wants. I thought, I'm going to play the bad man, so it's going to be fun. But then, he wanted to be different. And I'm almost like a sage in the film with a bad idea. It took a long time. We traveled to LA, stayed a couple of times before we arrived on the first acceptable look for the director. So I think it's a collaboration, and I think and hope, still hoping that the audience will react the same way as we did when we saw the first one.
It's such greatest legends. It's like bigger than dream. I don't know what to say. It was like first time Amitabh sir and I touched his feet and said, don't do it. If you do it, I'll do it. Sir, please. I can't even think. We grew up watching you. My uncles had your hairstyle. He's the first actor in the country who reached every part of the country. South, North, we all know Kalki, Tamil, you know. We saw Amitabh Bachchan hairstyle, that hairstyle tall. Any tall people, they call Amitabh Bachchan. South, he is the first actor I think who reached that. Kamal sir, when his Sagar Sangam came, I asked my mother, I want this dress. My cousins, we had a tummy and they used to put a cloth in his stomach and they used to act in front of us. And I'm working with them. This is like something unbelievable.
Hi.
Why?
You didn't ask any of them that question.
But I know Nagi put that in me. He said she is the one you should ask.
Can't. I think he said a lot about the movie and the worlds, but I mean, I think what I can definitely say is that it's unlike anything we've experienced or seen before. So even when I remember doing the narration for this through COVID, and Nagi was on Zoom and I was on the other end, and I think much like Kamal sir said, you could see sparks of genius in him. Even though this is just his second or third movie, you could tell that it was, as he was narrating, there wasn't much on paper, but it was all in his mind. And every time he spoke and you look, and even now when you look into his eyes, you can see that, the entire visual of what he's envisioned over the years is so clear. And that's the only time and I mean it in a good way, where you actually hear him speak, and speak so articulately, because that's the one thing that he's just completely consumed by and, you know, passionate about. And but yes, I mean, I really don't know. Very honestly, to your question, I don't know how much I can and cannot say. But yes, I play the mother, and yeah, and then the movie's out on the 27th for everyone to discover the rest of it.
Vijayanti Films, along with his two daughters. And I have never met a more simple, humble human being than Ashwini sir. Every time you are on set, he's the first person to be there. He's at the airport to receive you. और जब कभी भी कोई ऐसा हम काम कर रहे हो जहाँ पर ऐसा लगे उनको कि ये इसको नहीं करना चाहिए, इतनी तकलीफ होगी, नहीं ये स्टंट मत करवाइए इनसे, अच्छा प्रिकॉशन दिया कि नहीं दिया. Nobody thinks like this. Thank you so much, sir.